Well, if you heard all that, you know it's Friday, first of all.
It's Friday.
You know we're reviewing, and we're going to be discussing the Ethan Hawke, Selena Gomez, Jon Voight classic Getaway.
The 2013 vehicle.
The 2013 vehicle, literally vehicle. What is a Shelby? A Shelby Cobra?
Mustang?
Is that a Mustang?
Yeah.
Is it? You're a car guy.
Well, Mustang's my dream car.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Learned something new.
Mustangs are great, and then drive them in the snow.
You know me. Gonna just look it up for us because everyone needs to know what a Shelby is.
Red, white
and it's not
stripes.
just a guy in Friday the 13th Part 3 or 2. He's in one of them.
Getaway. What a film.
You believe
honestly.
this movie's 10 years old already?
Yeah, this is a movie. An action thriller. I guess you could call it that.
It's
Thriller.
Action-packed for sure.
It is action-packed. There's a lot that happens. They probably recycle the same turned-over cars 15 to 20 times.
Can I go on the record
No.
and say this is the most boring, nonstop moving movie I've ever watched in my entire
Boring?
life? I was bored. A lot.
I did fall asleep on it.
Yeah. I guess we disagree on this one. we'll see at the end.
Yeah, so there's certain things I want to hit on right away. The fact that this car goes through the ringer and barely has scratches on
It
it.
literally has the scrapes at the end of the movie. Number one, it's, and we know this because of how close we live to New York. This is New York, right?
No, they're in Bulgaria.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. They're in a different country. That's right, because they're license plates.
Yeah, they're in Bulgaria.
Got it.
Because there's like a Bulgarian bank.
I was gonna say because it looks like New York City. It's in a legit city.
It is.
it's a
I think it's in
city.
a Bulgarian. To be fair, this movie definitely could not afford to film it in New York. So let's see if I can find
I
out
guess-
where it was.
Are you checking the budget?
But like, he never of all of the cars that get destroyed, his car never gets hit like that. I think he gets in like one fender bender throughout this whole time.
It gets destroyed at the very end.
The amount of cop car destruction.
He took out the entire
entire
Bulgarian police force.
So one thing I will give this movie credit for, this is if this is true. You never know with IMDb facts. Apparently, no CGI was used in the car crashes. All of the car crashes were real shot scenes.
I wonder how many there were.
What was the budget on this fucking movie?
Let's see if I get a little budge.
Because you know Ethan's getting paid.
Oh, it had to be more of a higher budget. I mean, 2013, Selena Gomez was a thing back then.
If I told you the budget was about $18 million,
Okay.
and the movie made a worldwide gross of $11 million,
Wait. Not just like U.S.?
the U.S. was $10 million.
Yo.
So it made $1 million worldwide.
What were they thinking casting her? Do they think her like 10-year-old fans would go to see this movie?
yeah.
She doesn't even have a name in this movie. She's literally called The Kid.
The Kid?
The Kid.
Dude, how old was she in 2013?
She finished up, she was in what, like Wizards of Waverly Place on Disney Channel.
Was she putting out music at this point?
Okay, she was 21.
She's doing Spring Breakers.
What year was you like?
Spring Break.
That's
Might
like
have
your
been
favorite
right
movie
after
ever.
this, maybe.
I'm going to look it up. You know, because Spring Break
It was
is...
got to be around the same time.
yeah. Wow. She did Spring Break before this movie.
Yeah.
What?
So Spring Break came out in 2012. This came out in 2013. See, if she
Damn.
was doing more movies like Spring Break, her career probably would have like lasted longer in film.
But doesn't it sound like after Spring Break, her career went down the tubes?
Okay, yeah.
Well-
but that was just a poor choice. She took a poor choice in movie. Has she done a movie since like Getaway? Oh, Hotel Transylvania too.
You guys watch her HBO Max show?
I didn't know she had one.
Selena plus chef. She's a chef now.
Is it good?
You know, I've
haven't
heard of
seen
that
that.
show. I haven't seen it, but I have heard of it. Maybe I'll watch it. I love cooking.
This movie does throw you into almost instant action because he's driving and you do find out like from flashbacks right at the get-go that his wife is being kidnapped
Yes.
Well,
or wife-napped.
it's Christmas time.
It's one of
Is
the
this a
greatest Christmas movies of all
Christmas
time.
movie?
This
Yeah.
is definitely a Christmas movie.
I
Like, no
agree.
doubt about it.
'Cause,
It
like-
has all the things of Christmas that you love. Trees, presents, Jon Voight's mouth, kidnapped wives. Or did we have different
Turned
Christmases?
over cars, hitting pedestrians on the road. It's a bloodbath.
Oh, God. It's... But there's no one dies.
Yeah, it's just like, no, I'm saying they leave a wake of
Yes,
upturned cars and everything.
So the Bulgarian police force is gone, as you said. Like, there's no more cops. There's no more cop cars.
Can we talk about Ethan Hawke real quick?
Yeah, what about him?
Has he done anything since this movie?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, a lot of good movies.
Really?
He did. He just did Black Telephone.
Black Phone.
Oh, right.
Black Phone. Yeah. Did he do Sinister after this?
Before, I think it was 2012.
So Ethan's still killing the game.
Well, I mean,
And stuff.
yeah, you see Ethan Hawke. Does he look like he isn't killing the game?
In this movie, he plays a very mysterious character. I mean, you kind of get the assumption that his wife is getting kidnapped through the flashback. That makes sense. And he's the one being put in a position to be told to assist and help
Yes.
criminal activity from the guy that's talking to him on the phone. It's not really a person and more of someone's mouth. Jon Voight. Who Mike identified right away that it was Jon Voight.
Let's talk about
It's
this.
actually kind of sick. Like when you think about it.
I sniped this guy's mouth out like that.
And he has an accent.
The first time we watched it.
He's like, Mr. Magna.
I just know guy mouth, you know?
Is Jon Voight a horrible actor?
Yeah, he's not.
He is, right? He's just a bad actor.
He's not great. I mean, like the thing of his his body of work. I mean, like he's a nice guy. We love him here.
I love Jon Voight.
Yeah, we love
Well,
him.
you look
It's
at Anaconda. He was great in that movie.
just- he was easily the best part of that movie. Like,
He was.
made me laugh.
He's also the best part of this movie.
Well, yeah, because it's like
Yes.
turn left, run him over.
Bro, the one part where he's fucking like drinking that drink with the olives. And then he eats an olive and then they keep like zoning in on his mouth and he's talking like olive juices running down. I was like, bro, you could do another take.
Yes, basically, he's going to command Ethan Hawke's character to do crazy shit, and you'll find out why, in order to save his wife. His wife is kidnapped, so he's putting Ethan Hawke in a position to do things for him, and if he doesn't, his wife is going to be killed by them.
I felt like I was watching the video game Driver on the big screen.
Yeah, that's
where
what
it's
I
like, here's a task list. Like, just do all this shit. And then, so you said he's doing this, right, to get him to, like, eventually get him money and stuff like that. I feel like Jon Voight's ultimate goal in this movie was to give Ethan Hawke his confidence back. To be the race car driver he knew he could always
at the
be.
end, that's what it kind of makes you think, because he was a failed race car driver.
Literally, he says that though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like the money was the subplot. The
why he
real
was
plot
picked.
was about Ethan Hawke's confidence.
That's why he was picked, though. He was literally picked based on the fact that he used to be a race car driver.
Yeah. So this movie, is it a remake of a Steve McQueen movie?
Why?
Because there's a Steve McQueen movie in the 70s called The
Getaway?
Getaway.
I think it's
where he
not.
also like drives a car away from something like this.
Really?
Yes.
You have to look that one up.
I was just curious if it
heard
was a
that-
remake or
I
not.
thought that was The Getaway.
It is The Getaway, but I was curious if there's like a connection or
A
not.
video game called Getaway. You remember that game for PS2?
I actually don't. Was it a racing game?
No, it was like a you drive cars and stuff like that, but it was more like for crime.
Interesting. Okay. Well, I gotta do some research. We don't do research on this podcast.
Yeah, you just see Jon Voight's mouth giving instructions to him, and he's just driving around and he's navigating, and police are chasing him pretty much throughout the movie. But like especially in the beginning, driving around, sneaking through people. He's like, turn left. He's like, there's pedestrians there. He's like, kill them.
It's so absurd. Like all the directions that like Jon Voight gives him, especially the one Mike had mentioned where he's like, run over the man on the
stage.
On the stage.
Yeah, because it's like a Christmas.
He's like, I'm gonna kill them. He's like, kill them.
It's, dude, we need to talk about. I want to talk about Selena Gomez's like, screen test or like for this movie.
Yeah.
Like pre-production stuff. Her lines in this movie, especially like when she's first on camera, is just quick cut. Her saying like shit, quick cut, look out.
That's
Quick
what it
cut.
is. That's what the movie is. It's just a bunch of fucking quick cuts. He's driving, you get a quick cut where she'll just be like, and then it goes back to him driving again, and then that's when you get the shot of Jon Voight's mouth, and he'll be like, kill them. Then he'll be sucking, he'll be driving, he'll be sucking on a martini olive.
There is a
Juice
scene.
falling down his chin.
There is a scene where they're driving, and I swear to God, in a 10-second frame of him driving, there's 47 camera cuts where it's like the up top, left passenger, angle on the outside, front of the car, back of the car, inside Jon Voight's mouth. Like, it's like...
Could you imagine them filming this? Is it them two in the car together?
Nightmare.
Well, that's the thing, though. They're probably just in a stage, sitting in a car, while Ethan Hawke has to not laugh, while Selena Gomez is like,
Whoa!
Let's just talk about how the fact that out of nowhere,
Selena Gomez enters this movie.
but yeah, and that she's just this fucking 20-year-old pro hacker
Yes.
on a Hello Kitty iPad.
And her dad's super duper rich and owns a bunch of banks.
Yeah, and this is the car.
It's her car.
It's her car.
Well, that's what she approaches him with a gun. He disarms her immediately because she's
Selena Gomez.
Selena Gomez.
I don't think there's a shot in the first hour of this movie that lasts more than 2 seconds.
That's fair.
It's fucking
It's all quick cuts.
insane.
That's the thing. This movie doesn't build character, or it literally throws you into the movie.
Ethan Hawke does not have a single scene with his wife until the very end of the movie.
Where they embrace.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't build character. It defines character.
Yeah.
Like,
Let's talk other racing movies. Well, this is not a racing movie.
Need
but
for Speed with
other
Aaron Paul.
car movie. Yeah.
Italian Job. Not a racing movie, but there's the racing scenes.
Fast and Furious 1
you're
through
talking about
73.
Strictly racing movies?
No, just like
Car movies.
car movies.
Drive.
Cars.
Rush.
Drive Angry.
Have you?
Yeah, in a way.
How many times have we watched Drive?
Many times.
The Ryan Gosling vehicle.
Yeah. Joyride.
Love that movie. Own it on DVD.
Paul Walker.
Slow down.
Ugh.
Was that tasteless?
A little bit. Have you seen the Aaron Paul?
Need for Speed? No, I have standards.
Have you seen it? It's fucking awful.
Aaron Paul's that guy, right? That he's great in Breaking Bad. But in movies, he's not it. Because I've seen Last House on the Left, the remake.
Yeah.
And he's just not it.
Wasn't he in a season of that show you like?
Westworld?
Yeah.
He's actually good in Westworld. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
In TV shows.
So he's not a movie guy.
He's not a movie guy. He's a
Okay.
TV show guy. But that's not a bad thing. That's Bryan Cranston. Bryan Cranston is a TV show guy.
He is, but he plays in some good movies, though. He was like in Argo, and he played that Trumbo movie.
True.
Weird.
Okay.
I mean, he's like
He was in that Power Ranger movie, I think.
Was he?
I mean,
one
he's
that just-
definitely defined by TV
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
He's just like placed in some movies here and there, but obviously he's bread and butter.
Well, what about Jaime Lannister, who's great in Game of Thrones, and then you put him in Gods of Egypt, a movie we should probably review on this podcast one day.
Well, that guy, he's just like been like classified as a rom-com guy. I
Yeah.
feel like outside of Game of Thrones.
Question: Selena Gomez, yes or no?
I'm not into Selena Gomez.
What if she had a bone through her nose?
It's fair, but no.
Not really.
Not fucking with it. I think she's
Like out of the Spring Breaker girl crew, I would rank her
last. Don't say
well,
last.
probably second to no. I would say that the two for me would be Vanessa Hudgens and Ashley Benson.
Yeah,
for sure.
Vanessa Hudgens is top
Vanessa's
tier.
Probably top tier. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Harmony Korine's
His wife.
She's great.
She's just there, so no comment.
Harmony Korine, one of the best directors of our generation, doesn't get the respect he deserves.
I'll say this: we go off on tangents on this show.
Yeah.
I like doing that. I won't allow you to do that.
Why won't you allow me to go on my Harmony Korine tangent?
Because you're going to take away from Jon Voight's mouth. This is the movie that inspired the Jon Voight mouth.
Okay.
We should find a way to prop up a picture of Jon Voight like right on this cam.
I just want to say though, this is a good time before we get back into the movie to say next coming up very soon. I think it's either next week or the week after.
It's coming up.
Fucked Up February. We're opening with Harmony Korine. We're opening with Gummo.
Are you talking about the other show right now?
Yeah.
The main attraction.
I mean, literally, like it's the same podcast. We just got 2 different days. So I mean, I got to promote, especially when it's my boy, Harmony Korine.
Ugh,
You saw his interviews.
fucking cringe. So cringe. Can I have a sip of that?
No. Germs. I'm kidding.
Let's get back to the movie.
I'm kidding. You
does
can
anybody
have a
really
sip.
care what happens in this movie?
No,
I do. I fucking love this one.
All right, so why don't you tell us all about the really fun nuclear power plant scene?
I can't. I can't do it. That scene is so bad.
Everything in this movie is extremely far-fetched and insane.
So I'll do it then. I'll bite the bullet. Jon Voight, he's like, go to the power plant by 11:30. Don't be late. So they get there. Selena Gomez sneaks in, and she's like, oh, God, he's going to frame me because he has me on camera, and I'm blowing up the power plant for the whole city. Oh, no.
Bad. Even when she gets in the movie, it's crazy because there's a scene where he's like, kill the girl. And he's like, I can't do that. He's like, I'm going to kill your wife. Kill the girl. He's like, he pulls the, he's like, he's like, I'm not a killer. He goes, you made the right decision. After he's telling her to kill her, like, what if he just did it?
Yeah, because then he's like, you made the wrong decision.
Yeah, because the idea is technically that's her car. Her father's banks that he's like, involved with. She's a plant.
Yeah. The moral is he's setting both of them up to look like they're robbing her father's bank, so he could get away. So eventually they catch a wind of this. They know he's setting them up. So they re-loop the video footage over and over so he doesn't know what they're doing or where they are. So they then go to the extraction point of this disc. It's not money. It's literally like $1 billion on a fucking floppy. And
yeah, no. And the development of characters is really shit too because essentially she hates his guts. Like Selena Gomez hates Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, she says that a lot.
I think there's one moment where she hears the wife talk because he's playing her wife still being alive, Jon Voight. And then after that, she just completely redefines her character and will absolutely sacrifice her entire life for him, legitimately.
Oh, like where she walks, she has a chance to leave.
She literally walks.
Then comes back into the car.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then continues like hacking on her iPad. I don't know how that works.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So that's why once they like do the loop, they go and they actually steal the floppy disk of money, and then they call Jon Voight, and it's like, listen, you asshole, you're gonna play our game now. We're gonna do a meet and greet. We're gonna do an exchange. That's how she talks.
Whoa, watch out! Because that's what she does.
Yeah. So they go to the exchange. They get the wife. They give the floppy. They think Jon Voight's sitting in the car, right?
Floppy, yeah.
But he's not.
He's not.
It's a red herring.
Yes. But then when Ethan Hawke gets his wife back, there's like a whole scuffle because the police show up. And then they kidnap Selena Gomez instead.
They take her. And then he talks to his wife. He's like, I'm going after the girl. And she's like, go after her.
You think the wife would just be like, can you stay with me?
I've been traumatized.
She's like, I've been kidnapped all day.
And you're going to go save this hot 20-something-year-old?
I was getting my nails done, and then this guy took me, and it was a whole ordeal. I almost died.
I haven't seen you in 12 hours.
Insane.
Wild. So there's a big car chase, right? He's chasing after...
Oh, big car chase in this movie? No.
Oh, yeah, shocker.
No,
right?
dude, no way.
They drive and do all this stuff. Eventually, there's a huge car crash.
What?
Yeah, no, shocker. He saves Selena Gomez. And then they realize the guy who was arrested is not Jon Voight's mouth. It's the Dos Equis guy.
Oh, my God. You mean henchman number 3?
Yeah.
As he's credited?
Is he actually credited as henchman number 3?
That is correct.
Question. Anybody in this name have an official... Anybody in this movie have an official name besides Ethan Hawke?
I think his wife does, right?
Leanne.
Oh, I thought she was just the wife.
No, that's
sounds like something a movie that I would make.
The child.
The child. Well, she's just called the kid. He's Brent Magna, and his wife is
Mr. Magna.
Yeah, literally the other characters are the kid, the voice, the man, the distinguished man, detective, henchman 1, henchman 2, henchman 3, head valet, car driver, valet thug, BMW. Yeah,
We get it. Yeah.
I was going to keep going.
What do you think our acai bowls are getting here?
Literally never. It's been like a half hour.
I'll tell you what. I just got a missed call from DoorDash. That might have been it. It might be outside the door right now.
Probably outside.
We'll check after
we'll check. We're pretty much done because, right?
Like they make the swap.
Yeah.
They give them the floppy.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, and then we said that there's the crash where he saves Selena.
So save Selena.
They arrest the wrong guy.
They arrest the wrong guy. You get the final scene.
Yes, the phone call. This is where it's like, Mr. Magna, it looks like now you got your confidence back.
You were my favorite driver.
Then we see him, and he's literally in New York. So he's in New York. He just gets up, and he's like, I'm a very rich man.
He was in a hotel lobby this whole time.
Yep.
He just got a shit ton of money, and that's the end. That's Getaway.
That's Getaway.
The movie Mike loves.
Sure do.
What's it? Tell us before we get. What do you love
It
about
really just
this
gets
movie?
away from you at some point. I mean, it does, though.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
So what do you love? Tell me.
The cast is great.
Okay.
The editing's fantastic.
Oh.
Okay.
Jon Voight's mouth.
Okay.
It gets a Voight bump.
Okay. Okay.
Selena Gomez's just general presence. Look out.
All right. So let's fuck. I guess let's do that thing where my thumb shakes.
Okay.
4, 3,
Oh.
2, 1.
Duh.
What are you doing to us?
We're not recommending this one. This is
Well,
this
someone's recommending this.
was not even Jon Voight's mouth could save this nonsense.
Oh, please. This movie's 90 minutes of action packed.
It's motion sickness. The movie.
I was gonna say I literally think I was getting motion sickness at some points.
Understandable.
I felt like I was on a boat that was sinking, and I wanted to sink.
I wanted to go down with the boat. I wanted to be one of the people that Ethan Hawke surely had to mow over.
How much? They don't show any death. He's definitely killed a lot of people in this
The
movie.
police force is dead. Those cops were flipping into buildings.
Look, I think like in terms of hitting people,
Yeah.
I think even while there was points where he was driving into stuff that were covering his field of vision, he still didn't hit anybody. But
He's
cop
not.
cars trailing him were just getting fucking flipped
yeah.
over. But you're
Yeah.
right. I actually don't think
What
he,
about when he drives into the Christmas festival? He's got to kill some civilians.
don't think
Yeah,
he
he
does.
doesn't actually hit anyone.
That
and,
sucks.
and things like he's not even taking his foot off the gas because he's not supposed to.
Yeah, he is like Dale Earnhardt Jr. That's a good
He's that
NASCAR
good.
driver, right? That's a good one. I don't know
Junior is
NASCAR.
pretty good. Dale
Yeah.
Earnhardt, the father, was the
The really good one, right?
really good
yeah.
one, I believe. Yeah,
What about Tony Stewart?
he was good.
What about Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch?
Yeah.
Bush's
Both
baked
are
beans.
good. Both are good.
Yep.
And then there's Jimmy Johnson.
Yep, that
Dude.
guy.
A legend, I think.
We have a friend that likes NASCAR quite a bit.
Yeah, he's the only one.
Yeah, because no one likes NASCAR.
It's tough to get into.
Yeah.
You try and it's pit stops and it's like what's happening and I'm not from the South, so I if I was maybe
We just don't get
Yeah,
it.
you don't get it.
I don't get the appeal of watching something drive in a circle.
Yeah, I'm not also not. You gotta be a car guy. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You gotta be a car guy. What's up? Somebody call me.
Yeah, what were
Oh,
you
no, I was
pointing at?
pointing to your hard cough.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
Not Brian's phone. No.
Well, now he's on his phone. Look what you did. It doesn't matter because I'm going to wrap this up by saying
Do it.
next week
No.
the viewers are in for what I like to call the best thing we've ever done for this audience.
What?
We are reviewing
No.
the hidden gem
Don't do it.
of Hidden Gem.
Stop.
Pocket Ninjas.
Jesus.
The 1997 classic. You can watch it on YouTube for free.
And that's where you're gonna only be able to find this gem. It stars the martial artist Gary Daniels
Yes.
and nobody else I know. And the reason why I even know Gary Daniels is because there's only one sick individual, just sick enough to watch Gary Daniels in action movies. My father.
Oh, God. It makes so much sense.
It actually makes a lot of
It
sense.
makes so much
So
sense.
when I seen him on screen, I'm like, I know who this man is.
How did that make you feel?
I've seen this hard body before.
The guy's pretty hard.
Oh, he is absolutely
Which one
shredded.
is
He's
he?
the White Dragon.
Oh, he's White Dragon. So he's the one going,
I can't think that can't be his voice.
It can't.
Like, that can't be his
no
voice.
way. No way. How do you guys feel that you guys rented this, right?
no. It's free on YouTube.
I mean,
No, no,
Getaway?
no, no,
Getaway?
Getaway,
Yeah.
yeah, that sucked.
Did that like hurt you?
Yes.
Deep down?
Did it make you happy?
Oh yeah. So
To
happy.
donate money to this.
It was on
Filth.
sale. I got it 50% off.
I didn't.
Yeah, off Amazon.
So you
I
paid
got
like
I got a
150?
credit. I paid 150. 50% off.
Oh.
I don't know
You
what.
paid that full 3 though.
I'm dying.
Oof.
Good.
Well,
Oof.
I'm dead. So, Pocket Ninjas, tune in next week.
We're going to be probably eating some fruit-filled bowls.
Unless the driver drove off with them because you didn't pick up.
Pocket Ninjas next week. We'll see you on Final Friday.
Bye.
Later.